Sister Wives Meri Brown re-enters dating scene. Sister Wives star Meri Brown is happily single for the moment, but she's opening herself up to the possibility of love. After ending her decades-long relationship with Cody Brown, she's interested in a partner who wants to live monogamously. Nearly a year ago, she publicly launched a new relationship that didn't pan out. But despite her disappointment, Meri feels eager to put herself back out there. See what the TLC star had to share about her love life in a new interview. Meri Brown dishes on her dating life since her divorce. On this season of Sister Wives, viewers watched Cody and Meri say their final goodbyes as she moved to Utah. However, Meri seemed torn over her decision. Her friends Jen and Blair comforted her and assured her that she was going to be just fine moving forward. After some time, Meri eventually went public with a new man, exciting fans. Many wondered if she would receive the next televised wedding, just like Cristin Brown-Woolley. But shortly after publicly debuting the new boyfriend, Meri announced they split. "He just wasn't my person," the reality star shared with POPL in a recent interview. "We dated exclusively for a few months, and he just wasn't my person." Unlike Cristin, Meri wants to take her time before settling down. She added that she's found dates through online dating profiles and through friends. "Right now, I'm dating, not exclusively. But you date non-exclusively, and then you're like, okay, I can focus on this person. Let's be exclusive," the TLC continued. "And then see if it works into something. That one just didn't, and so we broke that off and now I'm dating non-exclusively." The reality star knows her true worth now. While married to Cody Brown, fans thought Meri didn't have much self-worth. She constantly let Cody push her around and desperately tried to check off his to-do list to earn his love. But now she's left that behind. Someone who unconditionally loves her would never treat her that way. As Meri dates around, she admits she's focused on learning and growing as a person. "I'm learning about myself. I'm learning about other people," the TLC star continued. "I am learning to trust myself and be like, I'm getting a funny vibe. This person's just not for me. Even if it's just not a funny vibe, nothing's wrong with a person. It's just not for me." Meri Brown stood at the threshold of a new chapter in her life, the crisp Arizona evening air brushing against her cheeks. She smoothed the fabric of her emerald green dress, a bold choice for someone re-entering the dating scene after years of navigating a complex and public marriage. The color, her stylist had told her, brought out the flecks of green in her hazel eyes, a reminder that she was rediscovering herself one step at a time. The small bistro she had chosen for her first foray into modern dating was warm and inviting, its dim lighting casting a golden glow on the intimate tables scattered throughout the room. It was a far cry from the grand polygamous gatherings she once attended with Cody and her sister wives. Tonight was about simplicity, about reclaiming her narrative. She had met Tom on a dating app specifically for people seeking meaningful connections later in life. His profile had been refreshingly honest. A retired teacher, he loved hiking, cooking, and spending time with his grandkids. No pretenses, no drama, qualities Meri found herself yearning for after years of emotional turbulence. Meri took a deep breath and walked in. She spotted Tom almost immediately. His profile picture didn't do him justice. Tall, with salt and pepper hair and a kind smile, he stood as she approached. "Meri," he said warmly, extending a hand. "It's great to finally meet you." They exchanged pleasantries as they settled into their seats, the conversation flowing easily. Tom spoke about his recent hiking trip to the Grand Canyon, and Meri found herself laughing more than she had in months. She shared stories about her bed and breakfast, Lizzie's Heritage Inn, and the joy it brought her to connect with guests from all walks of life. For the first time in years, she felt seen, not as part of a plural marriage, not as the woman who had struggled to find her place in a complex family dynamic, but as Meri. As the evening progressed, Meri's mind wandered briefly to her past. Memories of Cody's indifference and the strained relationships with her sister wives flitted through her thoughts. Cristin's newfound happiness with David Woolley had been a bittersweet reminder of what Meri had longed for but never fully found. Yet, she didn't resent Cristin. If anything, it inspired her to seek her own joy. Tom noticed her momentary silence. "Penny for your thoughts?" he asked gently. Meri smiled, appreciating his attentiveness. "Just reflecting on how different my life is now," she admitted. "It's a little scary, but it's exciting too." "New beginnings often are," Tom said, his voice steady. "But they can also be the most rewarding." After dinner, Tom walked Meri to her car. The evening had been a success, and as they exchanged goodbyes, he asked if he could see her again. Meri hesitated for a moment, not out of uncertainty about Tom, but because saying yes felt like crossing a threshold she hadn't dared approach in years. Finally, she nodded. "I'd like that," she said. Driving home, Meri's thoughts were a mix of exhilaration and introspection. The evening had been a reminder of what was possible when she allowed herself to step outside her comfort zone. Dating was new territory, but it was also a chance to redefine what she wanted from a partner in a relationship. Over the following weeks, Meri and Tom continued to see each other. Their dates were a blend of quiet dinners, long walks, and heartfelt conversations. Tom's steady presence was a balm for Meri's soul, and she found herself opening up about her past in ways she hadn't expected. Tom listened without judgment, his own life's experiences giving him the wisdom to understand the complexities of hers. Word of Meri's budding relationship inevitably reached the Sister Wives fan base. Social media buzzed with speculation, support, and, of course, criticism. Meri, however, remained steadfast in her decision to prioritize her happiness over public opinion. For years, she had lived under the weight of others' expectations, but this journey was hers alone. Cristin, ever the cheerleader for new beginnings, reached out one evening. "I've heard you're seeing someone," she said, her voice filled with genuine excitement. "How's it going?" Meri hesitated before responding, the old habit of keeping her feelings guarded tugging at her. But Cristin's warmth was disarming. "It's going well," she admitted. "He's kind and easy to talk to. It's nice." Cristin laughed. "Nice is a good start. Just remember, you deserve someone who makes you feel cherished." The words lingered with Meri long after their conversation ended. Cherished. It wasn't a word she had associated with herself in a long time, but maybe it was time to change that. On their next date, Tom surprised Meri with tickets to a local art exhibit. As they wandered through the gallery, Meri found herself drawn to a painting of a solitary tree standing resiliently against a stormy backdrop. "It reminds me of how strong you are," Tom said, noticing her fascination. Meri's breath caught at the sincerity in his words. She had spent so long trying to prove her strength to others that she had forgotten to acknowledge it herself. In that moment, she realized that Tom saw her for who she truly was, and it was both humbling and empowering. Their relationship continued to grow, each date building a foundation of trust and mutual respect. For Meri, it wasn't just about finding a partner. It was about rediscovering herself and embracing the possibilities of a future unbound by the constraints of her past. One evening, as they sat on the porch of Lizzie's Heritage Inn, watching the sun dip below the horizon, Tom took her hand. "Meri, I don't know what the future holds, but I do know that I want to share it with you." Meri's eyes filled with tears, not of sadness, but of gratitude. For the first time in years, she felt truly free to choose her own path. And as she looked into Tom's eyes, she knew that whatever lay ahead, she was ready to face it with an open heart and unwavering hope.